Hi guys, in this episode of Shri series, we're going to be talking about power. I'll explain what power is and then tell you what formula is required to calculate power. Alright, now power is a concept that you cover in physical science, which leads into physics. When we talk about topics such as energy, we talk about work, therefore power is another concept that we need to explain. In my previous video, I talked about calculating potential energy and kinetic energy. All right. So at the end of this video, you're going to be understanding what's the connection between power and energy. What's the connection between energy and work? All right. Why do energy and work have the same unit, which is joules? All right. So let's look at power. All right. So if you were to define power, power is the amount of work done in a given time. All right. So power is the amount of work done in a given time. And if you were to break it down to the key concepts, the 2 points you need to understand: the amount of work done and the time. All right. So let me give you a simple example here. All right. Say we've got a task. All right. We've got 2 points, A and B. All right. And you've got a competition here between person X and person Y. All right. Now, the competition is who could lift the most bricks from A to B within a time of, say, 5 minutes. All right. So there you go. You're right there. And you've got these bricks, so simple diagram of bricks. All right. So your task is to take those bricks. So you've got these bricks here. You're going to take those bricks from point A to point B, and you're told to do that within 5 minutes. And the person who carries the maximum number of bricks within 5 minutes wins. All right. Now, this is a simple competition that most people do. You find them in these TV shows, for example, who can lift a certain amount of bricks or any heavy item from one point to another point within a given time. All right. So let's say, for instance, person X was able to carry, let's come up with a hypothetical answer. In 1 minute, person X was able to carry 20 bricks. And within that given time, so, all right, so I just want to correct myself. In that 5 minute period, all right, in that 5 minute period, person X was able to carry a total of 20 bricks from point A to point B. So this is person X, all right? So I'm just going to put that there as the person. Person Y is given an opportunity to lift as many bricks from point A to point B within 5 minutes. And he happened to carry 40 bricks within that 5 minutes. So we know between the two people who would be the winner. Logically, person Y would be the winner. Why? Because he has carried a total of 40 bricks from point A to point B within 5 minutes. So technically, it's very easy to say in simple terms or layman terms, Y is more powerful than X in terms of strength, because he's able to have as much energy to carry those 40 bricks from point A to point B in 5 minutes, whereas person X within that same time interval was only able to carry half of Y, which is 20. All right. So you can say here, it took 20 bricks within 5 minutes for person X and 40 bricks within 5 minutes. And when you see here, it takes person X 4. All right. And person Y 8. Okay, so if you look at it here, the amount of input within a given time, you can say that Y is way more powerful than X because he's lifted 40 bricks from point A to point B within 5 minutes. Now let's look at this simple concept and break it down to its formula, to its basic formula involving power. All right. So if you can look at the definition above, it clearly says power is the amount of work done in a given time. All right. So what that means is the formula to calculate power is actually present in the sentence. So you can say power is work over time. The amount of work done in a given time space or a given time frame. All right. Now, the unit for work is joules, which is also the unit used to calculate energy, because energy is measured in joules. Regardless of whether it's potential energy or kinetic energy, energy is calculated in joules, and so is work. And time is calculated in seconds. So technically, the unit for power is meant to be joules per second, but we use another unit referred to as watts, W-A-T-T-S, or we just put capital W in short. So the unit used to calculate power is watts, capital W. All right. Now, it can be very confusing at first because a lot of students can look at that W and think of it as work, because work starts with W. You've got a unit in W, so it's inevitable to make a mistake to assume that the unit of power is work. But please remember, the unit of work is joules, but the unit for power is watts. All right. So two things are required to calculate power. One is work, and the second one is time. All right. Now, I know in maths we tend to use the pyramid formula, which is this one here. So we know P is power, W is work, and T is time. So what I can even do here is, for simplicity, the P is power, W, and T. So we know from here that power is work over time. Therefore, if you want to find out what work is power times time. And if you'd like to find out what time is work over power. So these are the ways of manipulating the formulas, or in maths we refer to as changing the subject or the formula to obtain P, W, and T. P meaning power, W meaning work, and T meaning time. All right. So I wanted to explain what power is and show you what is required to calculate power. And then in the next set of videos, we're going to be looking at examples, worked examples on how to calculate power, work, and time. Thanks guys for listening. Bye now.